Well, hello everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for another weekly track roundup where I go over what I felt were the best and the worst tracks of the week. So, let's go. Let's do it. All the tracks I talk about in this video are linked down below. There's not a ton to talk about because it is kind of a holiday weekend, so, there is also that. But still, what's also linked down below is our Turntable Lab link. We get kickback from that if you get some vinyl and, some turntables and stuff like that. If you get 300 turntables, we get kickback from all of them if you use that link. So if you're ever in the market for 300,000 turntables, use that link. Thank you. All right, and we also have our Patreon page, which is linked down below. You can support the channel and get some awesome bonus monthly content in the process. Check it out for yourself. Access to our Discord community too. And worst tracks of the week. We have a couple. Let's do it. One, Lil Yachty, Love Music. Why does this sound like Lil Yachty singing over a bad cigarettes after sex song? That's what it sounds like. Between the guitar-driven instrumental and the super airy production, it is not pleasant to the ears at all. But maybe if you like Lil Yachty's soft-voiced croons, you'll enjoy it. But I don't happen to on this track, so I will pass. I will also pass on this Imagine Dragons track, Wrecked, which sounds like stereotypical Imagine Dragons with the super boring verses and overblown choruses. It's the Imagine Dragons formula brought into a new track that is just as ungratifying as every Imagine Dragons track. All right, the tracks that I was not crazy about but thought were worth a mention, worth a shout out. We have one from Skrillex and Balvin into Getto. I love this dude over here. He is like such a huge TikTok meme. I love that he is on the cover here. I don't know how that managed to be the case, but he's great. He's hilarious. He's wonderful. This track I thought was kind of a mild banger. Not super colorful, not super over the top. Not one of the best bangers each of these guys is attached to, but certainly better than I guess I would have expected. I didn't know Skrillex and Balvin would have so much chemistry that they actually do. So, there's certainly that. We have one from Rico Nasty, Magic, a love song. From Rico Nasty, a love song? What? Are you serious? I mean, it's got some pretty production, beautiful sentiment to it. Vocal performance is a little underwhelming, though. Rico kind of going softer and just merely kind of singing over the track leaves it a little underwhelming, but interesting change of pace from Rico Nasty nonetheless. Next, we have one over here from Pond, which is a luscious, psychedelic little ballad that they have put together on this one. I think the vocals are a little underwhelming on it, honestly, but the instrumental is still very pretty and very colorful for sure. We have PradadaBang with IDK and Young Thug. It's okay. It's just so middle of the road. I don't know. And I just feel like a lot of IDK's singles as of late, with very impressive feature placements, have just been all right. Rarely has anything like really blown me away, which is unfortunate. I want to be excited for IDK's new shit, but like so little of it has really popped off for me hard. And I'm not really sure that that's happening with this track either. Some of the bars, the PradadaBang, you should have a house, and so on and so forth, are fine, I guess. It's some food for thought with a catchy beat, but there's not a lot about it sonically that really sticks out to me. I don't know. I'm just kind of left in the cold a little bit on this one. We have a new one from Black Dice over here that I want to point out. That, man, the first half of this thing is insane. The second half of this thing is insane. I mean, I'm always perplexed by the music of Black Dice, for sure. The name of this track over here that I want to point you to is White Sugar. And I love the first leg of it, but then it goes really too crazy for even me, which is the case for a lot of Black Dice's stuff. But if you're into beat music, if you're into glitch, if you're into truly experimental stuff that's going to like throw you for a loop, check out Black Dice for sure. Check out this track down below. All right, we have one from Brent Faiyaz and Drake. You know, I'm not usually a Brent Faiyaz fan. I like the vocals on this track, and I think Drake's delivery, for the most part, is fine. I just feel like the track, for the most part, is underproduced. The bass on it sounds awful, frankly, and I'm not too crazy about all of the perks that surround it from there. I think that this song would have been 10 times better with a stronger instrumental. And I don't know. I guess that's just unfortunate. It looks like a lot of people are liking the track, loving the track, and that's good. I'm sure that has a lot to do with the fact that Brent is getting the Drake bump on this. So congratulations to Brent on getting that Drake bump. But I just wish that bump happened over a better beat, because for the most part, song is solid. Drake feature is pretty standard and solid, and Brent definitely does impress on the first leg. So I don't know. I just wish there was a better beat on it. We have best tracks. The ones that really kind of floored me or stood out to me this week were as follows. We have another one from Yola. Just loving these soulful ballads she keeps putting out that are leading up to a record that I hope is quality, quality, quality. Looking forward to hearing it. Every track is sounding quite nice, sounding quite good. Pristine, classy instrumentals, great vocal performances. Loving it. We have a new one from Villagers over here where the band goes surprisingly like sophisti-pop on this one. It is a grand, long-winded ballad with beautiful instrumentation and a star chorus as well. I think this is actually one of the best choruses Villagers have ever put out, and they've been doing their thing in the indie scene for a long time now. So shout out to Villagers on this track. This track is great. We have a new one from Magdalena Bay over here, Chaeri, which has a wonderful synthy, driving epic linear type instrumental and some chilling lead vocals as well. I'm really liking what I'm hearing on this track. Looking forward to hearing more from Mag Bay on their next full-length LP. And shout out to their TikTok too, where they have quite a bit of fun. They have fun over there. All right. We have one from Big Red Machine. Now, Big Red Machine, if you didn't know, is freaking Justin Vernon and Aaron Dessner of, the national fame. And they have a few new tracks out. One with Taylor Swift. So they have like reconvened, not on a Taylor Swift record. They've reconvened in another context over here. So the Dream Team is back. And I think this track Renegade is sounding really good. You know, it's a little more, I guess, peppy and not quite so rustic as a lot of the stuff off of Taylor's last full-length LP, which is quite fine, is absolutely fine. I think that the change of pace is nice. And Taylor's vocals on the track are quite sweet. Her poetry is compelling. And liking, you're destroying me, destroying yourself sort of, angle of what she's saying and singing here. I just think it's a good track all around. And it's cool to hear these three back together once again in a different context. All right, Lump does it once again. Like, damn, all the tracks leading up to this new record have been sounding great. Laura Marling and Mike Lindsay of Tongue fame are just sounding better than ever on, I think, one of the most, driving and visceral tracks they've put together for this new album thus far. Liking the sound, liking the vibe. It's just coming together really nicely. Shout out to Lump. Hell yes, hell yes. We have a Logic, Vaccine. He teased toward this single a little while ago, a little earlier in the week, and did not anticipate it to be the banger that it is. My God, the bass is hard. The background group chants in the background are sick. And I already said background twice, background 3 times, background 4 times 5. Logic's flows are tight as fuck on this track as well. He's got some snappy bars on it too. It's a little short, but I guess for a brief banger, it hits pretty hard and it's certainly likable. So hell yeah. Shout out to Bobby on this one. And we have G Herbo on this one here, I Don't Want to Die, which has this really a stunning children's chorus laced into it, a grand trap beat. Some of the most cold-blooded bars he's ever laid onto a track. It's a little short. I wish it built up a little bit more toward the end, but my God, is it one of his more stunning and emotional tracks for sure. And, over here, geez, this new track with Ty Dolla Division and Mac Miller on the feature. I believed it. Now, this was a track that I was worried that like Mac Miller would be the best thing about it, or like the only really like great thing about it, given I'm not really that big of a Division fan, as far as like past stuff goes. But man, this track was fucking fire from front to back, from the soul chop filled instrumental to the fantastic Ty Dolla vocal performance right at the kickoff, right to the Mac verse at the end, which was also quality. He's sort of, at least on this verse anyway, it seemed like he was in a positive headspace, rapping about his life, rapping about women, so on and so forth, romance, that kind of thing. And I wonder, like, from where this verse came from. I don't exactly know, but it sounds good, sounds youthful as well. Don't know from where the vault it came again, but it still fit into the track, fit into the instrumental really well. And seems like Ty and Division like really kind of knew that if Mac was going to have a posthumous feature on this, it needed to sound real good, and it does. So hell yes to that. All right, that has been the weekly track roundup, everybody. Those are the tracks I'd like to point your way. Hopefully you got some good recommendations out of this video. Remember, they're all linked down below, and I will see you in the next one. Anthony Fantano, Weekly Tracks Forever.